Coming to you. Well, I guess it's not live. It's going to be on a delay for Life Skills on Facebook. I'm Victor.
I'm Aaron.
We're coming to you from Wasco Island. Today, we're going to be talking about recovery, life skills. And today, what we're dealing with today with the virus going around and how that kind of looks. And first of all, I want to say I'm truly grateful and thankful to be part of Bridges to Change, especially in this time, being able to help our community and work with our participants and still be there for them as much as we can during this time, and just learning new things actually. And especially like in the recovery community, without meetings being where you can go physically to a meeting, they've gone virtual. And that's where, Aaron, I want you to be able to share about that, because you're running a meeting group in virtual. So why don't you share about that and how that's been and what that looks like?
Absolutely. Thank you, Victor. So, yeah, I'm involved in a 12-step program, AA to be particular. And I have a home group. And before the virus came, I was going to my home group 1 to 3 times a week. And obviously when the virus came in and social distancing became the new norm, we went to Zoom meetings, virtual meetings on Zoom. And my home group has 5 meetings a week. And since I've been in quarantine, I've been going to a lot more meetings. It's been helping me with just the staying in touch with people. At least I can see their face and hear their voice. And for me, it's a great alternative. It's not the best of the best, obviously, but it's a great alternative. And I'm going to more meetings than I used to, because that's what I need right now. I'm a social leader, and I basically don't see a lot of people in quarantine, and the meetings help me. They just help me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and that helps me physically with my stress and anxiety. So a lot of people like the virtual meetings, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people say it's better than nothing, but I can't wait for it to get back to normal. Obviously, we don't know when that will be. Hopefully, it'll be sooner. But I can see this becoming part of our new normal also.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people that can't make it to meetings, and there's a lot of people that are outside of the area that visit our meetings, and this is just another avenue to navigate to get that that spiritual connection that the program brings, and I'm pretty excited to be part of that. It's all new to me. I'm not a technological wizard, but Victor knows that. And necessity is the mother of all invention, and that's what brought me here. Necessity, and I'm grateful for the technology. Thank God for the internet.
Yeah. And you touched on a couple of things on kind of getting back to normal, and I don't know if we'll ever get back to what normal used to be anyways, but I really think, always trying to find the positive in the negatives, and I think the positive is that through virtual, you doing meetings like this, and there's so many more that are coming out now, it's really expanding. And there are so many that can't get to meetings for whatever reason that may be. This is a way to connect still, whether it be because of emotional things, anxiety, mental health issues, whatever, they don't feel they can be around people. This is a great way for that. So this is a great thing I think it's really going to grow. And you're right. There's those that need to have that contact, that want to be with others and around others for that physical contact and support. But I think it's really going to open up a great avenue for even more, though. So that's what I'm looking forward to as well.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. So what have you been doing for self-care since being home more? Obviously, the virtual meetings.
Right, obviously the virtual meetings. My wife is in self-quarantine with me. She works for another nonprofit. She works with children in crises, and she decided to go in quarantine with me because I have underlying health issues, and she didn't want to bring anything home from work. And so I'm blessed to have my wife in my house, our house, basically all the time. We're best friends, and this is an opportunity for us to grow as a partnership. Just real fast, we've been together for 8 years, but we only got married just 6 months ago. So we're still in a honeymoon, and it's great to just have that reliable source of not feeling alone. And so there's that. But the three basics are I used to break down my hour in 24 hours. I used to break it down in 8 hours a piece. You sleep for 8 hours, you work for 8 hours, and then the other 8 hours is for, self-care.
Yeah.
So now that, we're not going to the office, and, I'm not going to the office as much as I used to, as much as I'd like to. I have a lot more time for self-care, and I read. I've been reading. I got back to reading. What else do I do? Oh, well, I do the Netflix, and that's, to tell you the truth, I'm tired of Netflix. We watch TV at nighttime. I try and keep the TV off in the daytime.
Yeah.
And, we work on projects together. It's given us a lot of time to just work around the house and do all those little projects that I never got around to.
Yeah.
Fixing the shower, and, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Working out in the yard. I did working out in the yard, planting some tomatoes and some herbs and some peppers. And I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
And, I'm just making it work.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same, doing things around the house, doing things I normally, I guess, didn't do before. Come home tired or whatever, and you just don't feel like just getting those extra things done. My wife works at Home Depot, and it seems to be that's the trend today. Everybody's doing house projects because Home Depot is not short of shoppers, that's for sure. Yeah, they've been pretty busy and pretty swamped. So it seems to be the thing is home repairs, home projects, whatever, all sorts of things. Another thing I've noticed in past shows from here, a lot of people being home with their children, and that's a great thing. It takes me back to when I was I had to be home when I was married with my ex-wife because of mental health issues. I couldn't work. I had to stay home, but I got to spend time with my children, get them off to school, and of course that's not happening right now. But it's about spending that time and creating new memories and doing things with your kids that you normally wouldn't do because you're too busy or too tired when you get home. This is a great opportunity for you to build those relationships stronger with your children, do some projects together. Maybe they've been asking you to do something with them for such a long time. And now is the time to take advantage of that and do that and build a stronger bond with your children, relationship with family, just doing more, and those could be challenging times as well. But it's things that we grow through, definitely. And for my self-care, for me, it's very spiritual. I spend a lot of time in the Word, and that's where I continue to grow and get stronger each and every day, and gets me through all my circumstances, really. Those that know me, my coworkers and stuff, they know who I am in my faith, and that's very strong in my life, and it's maybe who I am today. And I'm a much nicer and loving person than I used to be, that's for sure. So that's a big part in my recovery and staying in recovery, being free from the things of my past and things. So,
Right on.
yeah. Is there anything you've been doing for like personal growth or something new you're trying possibly that maybe you didn't have time to do before and now's a great time to do that?
Well, I've been getting outside and exercising, I'm not running no marathons or anything, but, I walk around the neighborhood. I didn't used to do that. And I walk around on the track. There's a track up by my house. And, this is a beautiful time of year. It's springtime.
Yeah.
Time for, flowers and trees are blooming. And, in the Dalles, it's pretty nice weather. It's real windy, but, so yeah, just exercise. But I've been doing a lot more self-examination, you know what I mean? Trying to, not trying, but I'm doing, spiritual push-ups, and I use God as part of that myself. My faith keeps me on the ground, and I deal with I've been dealing with just a lot of, in the beginning when this all went down, I started doing future flipping. I started flipping on the future. Saying, oh my goodness, what's going on? What's gonna happen to me? Thinking about myself, and that's basically it. And all that did was bring anxiety and frustration into my life. So I recognized that, and I've been doing something about it. And that means slowing down, removing the fears from the equation, and bringing the reality in. I'm gonna be all right no matter what. And that I do that. I mean, sometimes I do that once an hour. You know what I mean? But it's gotten a lot better than it was, and I just use the tools I have in my tool belt. We have all these tools, and it's up to me though as I use them.
Yeah. And it's been challenging for me. I love to go play disc golf, and they've taken that away from the group I go play with, and so to find something new, it basically all there is really to go walking, and that's pretty much it as far as I'm not a physical guy in weightlifting or anything like that, and they close the gyms, but there's always something you can do around the house for that. But what's been really challenging for me is the snacking, and trying to keep from healthy. I was doing keto before, and that kind of went out the window.
Yeah.
Being bored is not good for me. I definitely snack more when I'm bored. But I have been lately been able to get out, and my wife and I, we have a ministry that we do in the community, so that keeps us going as well, to get out and be with others in this time, because we are essential to them, to get them food out there where they're at, and so that keeps me also busy and motivated, and spiritually growing stronger too in my faith. To be out there when this virus is going around and so many people are in fear, and for myself, I stay away from watching so much news or anything like that.
Me too.
Prior to the virus, COVID-19, I hadn't watched news in over 3 years. And one day I walked in the house and my wife is actually looking on her phone at a live feed, and the president's on there talking about this virus. And so I finally said, maybe we should turn on the news and see what's going on. It sounds like this thing is getting a little serious, and this is where we are today. But I still stay away from the news. You're going to hear what's going on one way or another. Even through your Facebook or whatever media stuff you watch, emails and stuff. Things got a way of coming in, but it's not falling kind of into that trap of because I think it just draws people into fear. Is what it does. So
I think that's a great point. I was doing the same thing in the beginning when this started happening. I was watching the news, I was reading my telephone, and all that was doing was creating anxiety within me.
yeah,
And once I went into quarantine, me and my wife decided not to watch the news. And if we do watch the news, we're gonna do it at a particular time and not in the morning, so it affects my whole day. And
yeah, that's good.
and that's worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, that's good. Right on. Well, like I said earlier, through the difficult challenges and times that we're in today, there's definitely going to be a lot of changes. Things I don't think will be the same as they were before. But I always believe in the positive and look for the positive in all the things that we go through in life. And I think there's a happening, I'm going to say, going on during this time. I think it's in a sense drawing families closer together, bringing families to spend time together. I think that's a huge thing for families right now. There's people that I talk to, and they're sharing all the great things that they are doing with their kids at home. Doing projects together and things like that. And I think that's amazing. I think that's great. And I think there's something to be said in that as well during this time.
Exactly. You always have to look at the silver lining, and that's a great silver lining.
Indeed. Yeah.
Relationship.
Yeah. 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 I'm not sure. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Anything on your mind?
On my mind, well, I'm grateful for where I'm at in life. I'm grateful for what I have. I don't think about what I don't have right now, and it's like you said, maybe my past wasn't the greatest, but it made me who I am today, and that's the silver lining in that. I think on that a lot, and positivity breeds positivity, and but having anything on my mind, I'm just grateful for this opportunity to do a live chat with my friend Victor,
Yeah.
and that's all I really have.
Okay. And I say the same thing. It was strange when I first said it, but I'm truly grateful for my past, because if it wasn't for my past, I wouldn't be here where I am today to be able to give back, through Bridges to Change, and be the person who I am and experience the things that I did, but I'm able to give back through that now. And that's just amazing. And in my faith, it makes me even stronger. And I just love who I am and who God has made me. today. And I just continue to press into that and continue to seek to grow in that. And I truly believe it reflects out of me everywhere I go. And that's a goal of mine, just to reflect love and peace, joy, kindness and gentleness in my life daily, everywhere I go. So, yeah.
And you do. Yeah.
Right on. Well, this was fun. I enjoyed doing this, and I enjoyed doing it with you, Aaron. That's why, I asked if you would do this with me, and thought it was a great opportunity. Since we don't get to spend much time with each other anymore, this was a great way to spend time.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, right on. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody out there in Facebook land, world, whatever, virtual world. Thank you for listening to us today. All right.
Stay safe and stay well.
You as well. God bless.
God bless.